Go. Uh. Hello?
Yeah.
Are we not starting?
God damn it, play with your own the D&D session.
You're
I s-
broken, you
I
stupid
started
idiot.
without you guys.
How did you? Oh god.
Now recording.
Yui got me.
Oh jeez.
You guys ever smoke weed?
Hey, it's just a backup. Calm down. I'm keeping it for prosperity.
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh,
I said
I
the
missed something.
OGs because of device.
No, I've never done any drugs. I've never had sex. I've never drank alcohol.
He's a good
Right.
Christian boy.
Real gamer doesn't have time for such. You know, you gotta keep it focused on the raid. You know what I mean?
Yep.
In reality, a lot of things modern Christians think are sins are not sins. Kind of like cussing. Cussing evolves with each language. So I mean, like, what words are not allowed to be said, kind of thing.
All right, can
Definitely
we get
never
off of
gotten too
religion,
drunk.
please?
Definitely
mean,
never
we-
gotten too drunk and fucked up the whole raid before. It's definitely never happened.
Ah, God damn it, I still can't play ambience.
I rolled a nat 20 on religion, please.
Plus 0, dude. That's like knowing everything plus being an asshole.
Right, so if you guys remember correctly, you left Telemy Hill, and you
Tell
traveled
on me, Hill.
running into the bog battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a very interesting interaction where Uzukai became cursed with a new magical item, and you guys had to go toe to toe with some.
You still
Words.
haven't sent me the stats for that sword.
Yes, I
It was
did.
like, was it some green?
Oh,
I
you
sent it to you
did?
that night.
No, we were fighting some zombie donks, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
were fighting
fighting-
some animated armors. That's the word. Yeah, I
Yeah,
sent it
that's
to
right.
your main message like that night, Gensu.
Yeah, you were being a real big mean guy.
I'll
I'm
get
doing
you-
it.
Yeah,
I wasn't doing it on purpose.
Liar.
Let me see. Can
Okay, I found it.
Can I bump this? Oh, okay, you found it. Okay. So, you guys, after knocking him out and escaping, you finished off the animated armor. He came back to consciousness, apparently now in control of himself, and you guys continued on your way to a campsite, which apparently is following you, where you completed a short rest. At that point, you traveled further into the, I want to say the tither.
Mandy does a little
Heather.
dance at the campfire before we leave.
Mandy?
Mandy?
Not Mandy, but Cyndal. Sorry.
Wrong game.
I mean, you're definitely living your tiny girl life, and I'm here for it.
I support you, little girl.
I'm living my Fabio supermodel in the other game.
Thank you
so
for
it's all
Professor Schwanz.
good. She's trying to get that A.
Hey,
Oh God.
I'm living. My
I'm
best
trying to
lives
get that A too.
I'm a heartless monster in one and God in the other.
Yeah, so it's the same thing.
What is different?
And you guys found yourself at the Brigand's Tollway. I'll reread this. A foggy marsh stretches out before you. Rickety causeways made of wooden planks form a wide web-like structure above the bog. 300 feet away, many of the causeways converging on an enormous ivy-covered tree stump that rises a good 10 feet above the 20-foot-high fog bank that enshrouds it. The causeways are just visible, but the thing that sticks out to you is the massiveness of the actual trunk itself. Like, if this had not been cut down or struck asunder, this tree would stretch. This tree would cover almost a quarter of the skyline that you see right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the stump is as high as that fucking bridge that we fell off of. I mean, I fell off of.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, like you guys could
jumped.
I don't know if you remember, but like Zodi could barely make it out as a structure, even from the bridge and the distance. But the distance over space equaling its size is the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, quick question. We didn't level up, did we?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Not yet, no. I mean, you guys are already way past the base level of the system. I've designed this to where you guys should be level 10 by the end of it.
Oh, tight.
Yeah, we're only in chapter 2, gentlemen. So, and
And
if you notice that the pace of the module is very break up travel with this event, do this, do that, and it stretches it out. So it's very interesting. It likes to drag its feet.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you guys doing?
I think we gotta go to the place. I mean, we got sidetracked by that little sword quest. I'm gonna give this boy a weird look and shakily offer him a swig of my jug because he's scared.
Weren't we supposed to be going here?
Perception check of the cottage or the town or whatever it is.
Cottage? No, it's a stump.
That's the stump right there? Windows?
No, this is the
It's like
stump.
a bunch of windows.
Oh, this time. Oh, this is where we are?
But
Right here?
I thought we were supposed to be going here.
I thought we were supposed to be going here.
Okay, so let's clarify. You guys have been heading in this direction, heading this way.
So
But
we're
you
trying.
left
So we're
you
trying
left
to get
Telemy
here.
Hill, which is over here. And as you traveled in a general direction, you this is just fodder. I don't even know what this is. Like, this is just a picture. I would ignore that.
Okay.
That little house.
So we're
Alright.
either heading, we're either
giant
heading
stump
northwest or we're heading southeast because there were so many pings going off. I couldn't tell what you meant when you said here.
Sorry, I'm red. I'm red.
Thank you.
I'm
So
blue.
stop it, Gensu. So basically, you guys are approaching this giant stump. Like, you can see it in the distance.
So I
Okay,
say we
alright.
get.
I'm gonna scout ahead and do perception checks and shit.
Okay, so I think we should go through the stump, starting here.
Is the 16? Wait, whoa. So
Who
a
is
lot of things happening.
drawing on the freaking map?
I didn't know I could do that.
It's fucking Shaker.
Shager.
It was not me. Do not worry about it.
Shager.
See any drawing? Where is it?
You goofball. There's a giant penis on the fucking boardwalk.
Where?
Don't worry about it.
Right here.
Oh
That-
shit! It blends in. Okay.
That penis is what you call giant, really?
Well,
Absolutely
let's see.
humongous. What are you
It
talking
spans
about?
about 5 miles, so yeah.
Yes, on my screen is barely the size of half my pinky.
Sorry,
I
that's
have 7 rolls
that's
from
two
you,
and
and
a
I'm not
half
sure what's going
that's
on.
2.5 miles. It's a 2.5 mile
Very,
penis.
very small penis.
Zodi, what the fuck?
Is very small penis. I'm trying out
Oh
my
my god.
Knight 5.
Okay. Zodi, I have like 6 rolls from you. What's going on?
I am perceptioning and survival crafting as we move north.
So the last 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I want to smoke fat doobie that just appeared in the east. Big purple doobie.
Would you guys stop? I'm recording this.
You are heading north, correct?
I smoke giant purple doobie on map.
Right.
It's a she devil.
Oh my god.
Okay. All joking aside. All joking aside.
Because I don't know how to get rid of it now.
Same. I don't know how to get rid of this stuff.
Oh my god. How do you get rid of it?
There's an eraser here somewhere.
some asshole drew these things on
There you go.
planet.
There we go.
There we go.
I know how to
All
get rid
better
of it.
now. Oh no, you took the balls away, but not the shaft.
Get the shaft, but it's slippery. There you go.
Never forget the shaft.
Okay, so are you leaving the party behind?
No, I'm just scouting ahead.
I'll
Okay,
scout
well,
along.
So yes, temporarily.
I'll follow in tow.
currently the stump and the causeways are about a quarter of a mile ahead of you.
Oh, I forget how large it is.
Yeah, that's the thing. As you start moving forward, you start getting this idea of it, the scope and the grandeur of this stump. Monolithic. There's the word.
Is quite large.
Yes, much like your father.
He make me so proud. He say to me, "Son, I have big dream for you to become dancer, but I disappoint my father, become ranger instead."
Well, that's too bad.
He always want me to perform in Waterdeep trick shows,
Doing what?
dancing for money. He said it would bring great honor to family.
It's weird.
My father wanted me to become a mindless killing automaton. He is very proud.
I never knew
I mean,
my father.
you're really not that though. So
Yeah, but he only just learned that.
as you get closer, Zodi, you begin to pick up the smell of campfires and cooking meats. You begin to hear the sounds of people working, but there almost seems to be like this music drifting in the air, just ever so slightly. As you are approaching, I'd say probably like 2-3 football fields away from the beginning of the causeways.
I'm sorry, could you give me that in bananas?
That's 7,422.
Does this look like civilization, or like bandit encampments, or
Oh, it's definitely an encampment.
Do they
Not
look
open.
mean, like they want
I-
to hurt people, or do they look friendly?
Well, you guys
I
can't see
checked
them. They're up
tracks.
on they're up on the stump itself. Like you can see the smoke leading away from it. You
Can I f-
do.
Can I
One
find
second.
any tracks?
This is still part of your previous
Sure.
role. You can not only do you see tracks, but as you get closer and you're keeping kind to the foliage of the denser trees and things like that to hide the fact that you're a giant centaur, you can see a few harrigans moving along the causeways, jumping almost playfully between them.
What is
Well-
a harrigan?
Just a bunny people.
Harrigan? It's what Fergus is.
Oh, that's what's up.
Really? Where
bunny
is
man.
where is this Fergus person?
Not like the funny. Not like the
This
the
is good
bunny
joke.
guys on Final Fantasies. Those are not bunny men. Those are
Cyndal, can you go up there and see what is going on?
Okie dokie. She flits up and starts looking around.
Alright, as you go higher into the air, go ahead and make me a perception check. Very nice.
Yes, that.
You quickly reach the same height as the stump, and as you move forward, you can see there are several harrigans, people walking around, large cooking fire in the center of the stump. There's just a lot of activity and people, basically tents and everything. It is a very decent sized encampment. You spot 9 individuals altogether along the stump and a few running along the causeways. You recognize a few of them, Cyndal, as when you guys first arrived in the Hither, you saw a few of them marching through the swamp singing songs about
Whistle while
like-
you work.
Kind of.
No,
Aga-
it was about like
uh,
horrible deaths and things, wasn't it?
no, it was about robbing people.
No, that's what it was. Okay, I remember it being something bad, but
Go ahead and make a. Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
oh, that was a saving throw. Hold on. Mm, there we go. Same.
Actually, yeah, you do remember it as something violent. You remember things like blinding people and stealing their clothes and basically breaking people with sticks and laughing about it as like being people run through.
Damn, that sounds terrible.
This is what you see. I mean, you can get closer, but you know that being a native born of the Feywild, that creatures here are used to things flying in the sky, so they tend to look up more than
Look
other
down.
creatures. But right now you are currently at a distance where like it would be much harder to see you unless you want to get closer.
No, I want to go back to the group.
Okay.
And I'll explain what I saw.
Well, that doesn't sound too friendly. I think we should stay low to the ground and hopefully they don't see us.
Anybody wants to, they can make an intelligence check to see if they remember what was sung.
Yeah. Who here has good intelligence? Who's smart?
I got a 12.
Alright, let's see. A straight up intelligence roll?
Yeah.
Okay. A 4.
I mean, yeah, it kind of.
You-
I mean, Uzuki, you kind of remember a little bit more about them singing about the gloriousness of their leader, known as Longscarf. That he's
Longscarf.
quick and fast, and that he can outrun people. But you all pretty much remember the violence of the words in the song, and there is the thing that Telemy spoke to you earlier about how. Where is it? Make sure I'm saying this correctly. Telemy, the goblin, did tell you guys that Longscarf is the leader of the Harrigan Brigands, and that he wears a bright blue scarf and moves fast as lightning.
The what brigands?
The Harrigan Brigands.
Bunny guys.
Funny guys. They are some wild and bunny guys, eh?
God damn it.
But you oh good, somebody else got that one. Okay. But you remember the fact that she didn't seem to have fear of them. And she said they're actually kind of like a bit of almost like a rebellious movement, a militia as it was against that of Barbalona.
A militia against Barbalona.
Do we get the shivers?
Well, it depends on if someone says it. If Barbalona is said,
okay.
then yes, then you will get the shivers.
What do you suppose we do here now?
So I'm gonna go ahead and
confront
relay
these
this information. So apparently these guys are the crew of Longscarf, which are Harrigan Brigands, and they're kind of in rebellion to Barbalona.
Do we talk to these people? Do we confront them?
I'm content to just kind of go under their radar.
What does everybody else think?
Do we not have to defeat these powerful forces? Is Barcelona not one of them?
No, it sounds like they're rebelling against Babylon.
That's what I mean. They could prove strong allies.
That's what I'm thinking.
Very well then. And I
And if they do
walk up
not,
to them.
we shall create La Para.
You have to walk up a huge ass tree, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm
Reminder
gonna do
that
that.
Cyndal and Zodi are the ones who feel that shiver. And what it is you feel almost like a sense of approaching your goal. Since you set foot in the hither, you've felt like this tingling at the back of your neck, calling you forward, onward.
Oh, the back of my neck is tingling.
Cyndal darts over. Yours too?
Mm-hmm.
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 They just
Let
sit there
us-
and tingle for a minute together.
Let
So
us
this thing-
proceed.
Jingle together, yes.
Jingle jangle.
No, that was
Uh,
a different guy.
Alright, I'm gonna try to look for a way up this tree stump.
I mean, the causeways. I mean, unless you want to try to scale the side of it, but from as you've been scouting around, what you've seen is just these large floating bridges and overarching paths between them, and the Harrigans that are scouting around and moving. So far, they've yet to notice anyone out in the bog. That's the word. But you do know there are scouts, so like moving forward, unless you were just going to announce your presence, would require stealth. But there looks like there are ramps and pathways that you can lead to the top of the stump.
Vick.
You are one stealthy horse.
Nay, centaur.
Nay.
Horsey.
Same difference.
While the others are stuff, I'm just gonna straight up walk up to them. Yeah.
Horakos?
Yep.
Pretty good.
Yep. that's what
Okay,
I'm doing.
so you're gonna be the
Oh, walking up all
sacrificial lamb?
confidence. Yep. I'm walking up all confident, like raise a hand to them.
I am
will
definitely
also
trying to
be
stealth.
doing that. I will also be just walking up because I have disadvantage on stealth, so because I'm made of metal.
That's true
What?
though.
I have disadvantage, but I still rolled pretty well.
What is Horakos again?
I'm a tiefling.
Okay.
He's that demonic character right next to
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Tiefling and like a warlock.
I'm like a paladin for now. I'm gonna like multi-class into warlock.
Okay. Cool.
I'm huge.
Cool.
Jesus.
now the giant.
Oh shit! That boy swole.
This just turned into Attack on Titan.
I know that anime.
Attack on Shager.
Second Shigu.
So whoever wants to roll stealth, go ahead and you can be a part of the stealth party, and whoever is moving forward, I will basically go with you first. But let's go ahead and do the stealth rolls.
Oh,
I'm
I got
just
24
sitting
though.
on
I'm gonna be stealth party.
I'm sitting on 7.
Stealth party.
I'm a party, I'm party, I'm party, I'm party.
Stop that, Pai Mei.
Why is there a mushroom coming out of that
What's that?
well?
Because someone thinks
Listen.
they're funny.
There's plenty of water everywhere else, so why not have a well that has mushrooms?
There's little drawings all over the place at this point.
Are there any more dicks?
Not that I see.
I mean, lots more. Look.
Okay, let's see how many dudes are in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so Zodi and Pai Mei are the only ones being stealth?
I'm doing stealth.
Yeah, I said Pai
Pai
Mei.
Mei.
Uzuki?
I'm
He
due.
didn't-
I already rolled.
He failed his intelligence check.
I got a 15.
15, okay. I'm going to roll for the scouts. Okay.
Oh,
Horakos, Sentry, and Cyndal, you're all walking up.
Oh, yo.
You
Well, I'm just
leave
kind of sitting
the-
there, but
Are you sitting on Sentry?
yeah, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Just kind of riding him like a monkey. You guys leave the protective covering of the foliage and you start making your way towards the causeway. As you reach the bottom of one of the ramps, what do you do?
I raise my hand so that those bunny people can spot me. You know, I'm just waving at them.
I start walking up the ramp.
Just plunking along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ka-chunk,
And stealth party.
ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Where you guys are you guys flanking them or coming up behind them?
I'm gonna say basically like 90-degree angle to wherever the bunnies are looking is where I'm headed to try to stay out of their line of sight, try to stay out of the cone of their vision. You know what I'm saying? All the while like checking for traps along the way.
Okay, go ahead and make a. Yeah, I mean, well, investigate. Yeah, okay, noted.
That's a badass check, brah.
As you stand there, Horakos, with your hand in the air and Sentry marking past you, you hear a voice call out from one of the causeways, kind of echoing around, just like, who are you?
Greetings. I am Horakos, and these are my compatriots, Sentry and Cyndal. Who are you?
I don't technically have a throat, but I clear my throat.
Clear your yogurt.
That's safely stored in a compartment. I I clear my throat and I say 7.
Yes, Sentry 7. My apologies.
As you guys look around, you can see the small tufts of the rabbit ear sticking up over one of the causeways, and this head slowly starts to rise up, and he goes, "Not locals, I take it. Okay. What brings you to the tollway?"
What brings us is, how should I say? The seeking of regaining what was once ours, I suppose. That is why we have set off. Why are you here?
Kind of looks around and goes, "I live here."
Ah, I see.
At this point, you start to see several more bunny heads poking up around the different planks and everything. A few of them have bows and arrows. A moment passes, and you hear the thudding footsteps of something running. Go ahead and make a perception check.
All right, perception, perspective. I got a
Each
15.
of you can. Not the stealth party.
26.
23.
Nice. All right. Horakos, you don't quite see what this is. There's a bit of blurred movement with a flash of like blue.
Okay, but the others did notice, right?
About 1 second.
Okay. Take your time.
Yes. You see a flash of blue, and coming along one of the runways, Cyndal, you spot him first. The movement is sleek and quick as it darts from one side to the other, constant movement, and it leaps into the air, coming down along one of the runways. Its blue scarf flaring out behind him. You guys spot Alagon Longscarf.
I notch
The one who's
arrow to my bow.
okay. Sorry, Agon. Agon.
I say, hey.
just what up, yo?
Hey.
Cyndal stands up and salutes.
Like,
with his
What up,
flag.
dog?
As it's doing the like zoom, like the insane movement thing, I just like track it with my face, like because I don't really have eyes. Yo ho ho.
One that
Kind of
seems
like
to be
kind of like
leading the
how
Horakos. Since you
Superman
didn't
tracked the
notice,
Flash.
Okay.
Yeah, I just track it, and like as it's moving, I lift like one hand and I just say, "Hey."
Horakos, as you are not, you don't quite see what the blur of movement is. You're still communicating with the guy ahead of you, and he's just like, "So yeah, we live here. You know, this is our home. My bed's over there. Like to take baths in that well over there. You're the one who seems to have come knocking, as it was."
Yes, well, you see, it was mostly curiosity, I suppose, of who we were dealing with. We did not know that you were friend or foe, merely because we've seen mainly foe since we have arrived here.
We seek knowledge. Are you powerful?
They all begin to kind of laugh, and they're just like, "Power's a vague thing in the Feywild, mate." At that point, the running blur seems to turn and leap into the air, coming down solidly 20 feet away from you guys, landing. As he does, there seems to be like this almost like shimmering image effect that ripples along his body. As he stands up, you see a rather, I wouldn't say fancy, but much more like cleaned and groomed compared to the other Harrigans and things like that. But his clothes are also fine, and his scarf is just this long, trailing, beautiful, silken cloth that just kind of evaporates into mist and shadow as it gets farther away from him. He stands up. In one hand, he has a braced buckler, and on the other, he has a branding iron, which has the symbol of a rabbit's paw print burning bright, even though there seems to be no fire coming off of it, just sizzling steam. He stands up and looks kind of at Sentry and goes, "You look big. You look fun."
One sec, one sec. I just have to check something. I am big.
He cocks his head to the right and he's just like, "Huh, a dumb one. Good to know." Why this is
I was not programmed to be a fool. I am merely stating the obvious.
I am not following
well-
this conversation.
why this happens. Stealth party. What are you guys doing? You're coming around to the right.
I'm totally going to use this opportunity to sneak further in.
Okay.
I'll
Uh,
follow.
Whoever
I'm
is
gonna
entering the causeway, please roll a d8.
I'm gonna
Who's
stay
what?
back and just prepare to fight if I need to.
You're staying with the other party.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone who's anyone who is entering the causeways, please roll a d8.
Are we in the causeways?
You guys stopped at the planks.
Okay.
Horakos, Sentry started to walk up them, but then I'm guessing he stopped as this conversation began.
Yeah.
So just Zodi, Pai Mei, the Scorpion doesn't count because he's riding.
D8.
But if you guys are entering the causeway, just roll a d8.
Just roll a d8. Okay.
Okay.
I rolled 8.
Okay. Ha! Okay. This is not my fault. I just want to point this out. As you guys begin to stealthily make your way up the planks, you can hear the sound of the conversation happening off to your left. You can see the blur of Agadon running along the planks, keeping low and quiet. You watch as he leaps from one of the causeways and comes flying through the air, his form shimmering invisible just for a moment as it comes back into effect, almost like the sight of him can't keep up, and he disappears from view as he lands. And that's when the causeway breaks underneath you. I need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw, please. Both of you. Okay. Zodi, you're able to keep running to basically get clear of the breaking boards, but your action actually interferes with Pai Mei as he's trying to move about you. And Pai Mei, you are dropped into the darkness of the bog. You feel the water just immediately come up over your head and sink down into the mud.
I toss him a rope.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage as the rope hits the water.
Slow fall.
Slow fall evades damage.
Doesn't actually physically make me fall slower.
Oh. But if you get a with a 15?
15, yes. And
I'm going to go ahead and say that as your feet hit the water and you begin to like prepare for the impact, you watch as the rope drops in front of you. So as you start to go down into the water, go ahead and make a athletics check to see if you can grab the rope.
Damn.
Okay.
And
you reach out. Huh? Go ahead.
Can I tell? What? You just go ahead. I'll just listen.
Tell what?
I don't know if he missed the rope or not.
Oh, sorry. He rolled a 15. He sees the rope. He rolled a 9. You watch as he struggles to reach out for it, and he just misses the rope by like a hair as he falls into the water. But he is aware the rope is there. So as you come up, yeah, as Pai Mei, you do have access to the rope on your next action.
All right.
There is an effect later on as a monk that allows you to like run on water, but I don't believe you're there yet.
Nah.
That's like later in the game.
But Zodi, you look over your shoulder in the direction of the conversation, and apparently, whatever's happening on the other side of the causeways is blocking your guys' misfortune.
Blocking our misfortune? What does that mean?
Means nobody seeming to notice it. My apologies.
Cool.
I wax poetically sometimes.
I like it. I just got to get used to it.
Uzukai, you're in the sort of like the foliage still, so you kind of have visual on both. So you watch as they are confronting Agdon, and you also watch as Zodi is trying to recover Pai Mei. So you can basically choose what you would like to do at this time. And I'm going to go ahead and remove Ophelia. She's just going to drop out.
I am going to try and help Zodi.
It says Ophelia's here. Ophelia, are you here?
Ophelia.
She's not here. What are you talking about?
She's not in Discord, but she's been in the Roll20 this whole time.
Yeah. She never exited out of Roll20.
Okay. Yeah. That's funny. Okay.
Who was choking a donkey a second?
Vick, I think.
Is that Gitsu? Is that you?
No, that was Vick.
That's Vick.
Oh, Vick. Okay.
I'm gonna try and help Zodi rescue Pai Mei.
Cold. Okay. Go ahead and make another stealth check as you leave the foliage.
Okay. Eight.
As you're about to get up from your spot, you feel the slight prick of a knife blade along your neck, along the back left side of it. You hear the voice of a person go, "I wouldn't move if I was you. I'm not as fast as my boss, but I am quick."
I'm just trying to help my friend not drown to death.
Ranger caught off guard.
Yeah, if you guys remember,
great. So he gave us up. Wonderful.
Well, if you guys look over look back at my 3 dice, one of them got a nat 20. There's been a guy trailing you guys for a second now. But yeah, he just kind of leans in. You can feel like you can feel the heat from his breath, Uzuki, along your scales, and he goes, "I'd be more worried about yourself than your friend. Now we're gonna stand up real slowly.
I don't
and
really
we're gonna
worry
walk
about myself
over.
that much.
You gonna get stabbed,
you
dog.
just interrupting the guy with the knife to your. Wow. Okay.
Hey, my friends are important to me. Okay.
There you're going again, talking about your friend. I literally am holding a knife to your neck, like I know you're scaled, but trust me, this will go through. And he pushes just a little bit deeper.
Look,
And
I
take 1
know,
point
I
of damage.
get it. You're big, you're bad, and you can kill me at any point. But dude, I'm trying to help my friends. I don't think you understand what that means if you're not allowing me to do that.
Did you take the one? Did you take the 1 point of damage?
Yes.
Okay. So he's going. He's just gonna look at you confused, just like he's gonna just kind of whistle really loud, and Agnon doesn't even move his eyes off of Sentry. But a couple of the other bunnies kind of look over in that direction. He goes, "Oh, good, you have another friend."
This is
So,
happening while we're talking, right? Like to the bunnies.
yeah, it's all
Okay.
kind of playing out at the same time. Like your guys' conversation, him landing on the planks hid the fact that they fell in the water. So,
Hey.
but so far they're not aware of Pai Mei or Zodi.
Okay.
So, 7 was it? Would you be
Sentry
interested
7.
in? Oh, full names then. Fine. I am Agdan Longscarf. It is a pleasure to meet you. Welcome to the Brigand's Tollway.
Do I have to pay a toll?
Well, I mean, it is normally customary. If one is being robbed, they hand over something of value.
No, I do not wish to be robbed.
Are we being robbed right now? Is
I
this
don't
what's
want to be
happening right
robbed.
Let
Is
us
that
do
a picture?
something. Let us do something aside from robbing me.
Uzuki, at this point, you're being led out from the brush.
Yeah.
here? Ah,
Oh, 4 of
you
you
have
then.
you have found our friend. Thank you very
Yes.
much. He was lost for a little bit.
Oh, we did you a service. That's good.
Thank you very much.
Services normally render payment. So
No,
instead of
you
calling
didn't
it
do a
robbery,
service, so
uh,
No.
Agdon just kind of looks over at the dragonborn. It's just like, first off, may I just say, bravo on the clothes. I mean, how you are hiding, wearing those colors, is impressive.
let's just say I'm good at hiding. And what do you mean? This looks great.
Those shoes with that shirt.
I
I
I
mean,
flip I flip him a gold piece.
okay, he watches it kind of fly through the air and just kind of land at his feet and just kind of spin on the ground and goes, nice. That is quite a good sized coin. But something tells me if you have one, you probably have more.
Yes. But again, I do not wish to be robbed.
We're not talking about robbery now. I mean, I found your friend. That is he worth only a gold? I mean, that
I
outfit I can
wasn't
understand the
lost, thank you very
discount, but
much.
He is loud, and so he is worth but a gold piece this time.
stealth crew. You at this point, Pai Mei, if you like, you've been pulled up from the water.
Cool.
So
And
are
once again, for the
we
first
only
time,
able to travel
the
along?
third time in 4 days, you are covered in water.
Alright.
Are we only able to travel along the wooden causeways, or could we be down below them stealthing?
I mean, you can travel under them, yes, if you want to take the effort. But I was under the understanding that you were going to head towards the stump.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Are
I
you
guess
just
that's an
trying to
option.
circle the? Are you trying to circle the bunnies, or what are you doing?
What do I know is at the stump, if you don't mind? What's the goal at the stump?
I have no idea. I mean, the Cyndal reported there's an encampment up there.
Yeah, we had assumed that's where the bunnies were, so that's where you were going.
Now they're down here. They're quite intrigued.
Right. Is there a way to pincer around behind the bunnies?
Yeah, you can continue moving, but I mean, like they're just to paint the image a little bit, they're kind of scattered amongst the causeways leading from the main ramp where they are Agdon is basically trying to attempt to rob Sentry, and apparently is just getting lost in translation.
Right. So, how many opportunities for stealth are there along these causeways?
I'm gonna say you're
Like-
still under the same stealth stealth
Right,
function,
but
I
like,
mean,
what am I hiding behind? What do I have cover along the route?
other right now I'm gonna say that you're basically using angles to block you. So like as long as you keep like two certain causeways, you keep other causeways in front of the line of sight
Okay.
of the rabbits.
Okay. Cool. Then, just without any sound or verbal, I look back to Pai Mei, and I just make head motions in the direction I'm moving. And
I take a sip of my jug and follow.
sweet.
Okay.
So we're
So you guys
rolling.
are just gonna try and circle around.
We're rolling. See if we can pincer these
Just
guys
down
that
to
are
clown.
pincer
Okay.
these guys that are behind that are not robbing our friends. And also Pai Mei, if we do like get held up, we don't know them. That way we don't owe anybody favors.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, you bastards. Anyway, while this is happening, I'm gonna talk to the bunnies yet again. Never mind about our friend here. Like we have said, we have come seeking knowledge. What do you know of Babylona, Skabala, and Endolin?
I'm sorry. Are you asking about the coven?
I'm asking about the free hags.
Sentry
You are
laughs.
brave.
Sentry laughs when he says hag.
So you are brave. I'll give you that. Well,
In a sense, we are
It's-
seeking them out.
it's complicated. I mean, I don't necessarily get along with the previous management, but I don't really like the new management either. I just kind of like to be left alone.
You know, we can help you with that, because that's part of why we're here.
So Sentry lifts his right arm and he points at the blue scarfed bunny, and he says, "You say it is difficult to explain. Simplify it if it is complicated."
What if I don't want to?
Flips him another gold.
He watches as the gold lands almost nearly in the same spot. It's interesting. You keep handing me your money, and yet you tell me you don't want to be robbed.
Services rendered.
At this
Okay.
point, we are paying for information, I suppose.
Information.
Yes.
Okay, I can understand that. What information would you like?
Where can we find the free hags?
No, I'm talking to him.
My first question is this, and when he says first, he reaches into like the pocket on his tunic. He says, "My first question is this: where can we find them?" And then he turns around to Horakos and he gives him a thumbs up.
I give one reluctantly back, like, okay, this is yes, okay, good, but continue.
Very nice.
Very nice, yes.
Like
So-
he was definitely gonna ask a different question, and then you said that, and he's like, "I got you, dog."
These bunny people.
So, first off, Barcelona, which I can tell that one of you has been marked by her.
How can you tell?
She's over there. He hooks a finger to the north, the northwest, in Downfall.
Okay. Right here.
As for her sisters, well, that's more complicated. You see, they're not in the hither. They're in the tither and yon. And that's something I don't really deal with. I don't go to other places.
Do you know somebody who might?
Well, I mean,
Flip him a gold.
just a third gold lands at his feet. You can see a couple of the rabbits are actually kind of like snickering and watching this happen as they're kind of taking a bit of a relaxed stance. And he goes, "Yeah, I mean, you need a guide." He kind of
Listen,
He kind of sets his he sets his iron. Can't remember the word. Sorry. He sets his branding iron down on the wood and just kind of leans against the handle, and you can see the sizzle and the effect of the wood. And he said, like, need a guide. And the best guide in all of Hither is a scarecrow named Clapperclaw.
Clappercaw.
I have
He
heard
could
his
definitely.
name.
Oh, you have. Well, that's a discount then. I'll go ahead and knock a few silver off that one. But that's your gold. And now he looks at at the tiefling. Now for your question.
Very well. Where do we find Clapperclaw?
I flip him another gold and I say, keep the change.
You filthy animal.
He looks
I see
at.
what you did there.
He literally takes his hand and rubs it aside his head and just kind of looks at you and goes, Did you not hear the part where I just said he's in downfall?
Oh no, I thought you said Babylona was in downfall.
Yeah,
Oh,
so is
you see,
Clapperclaw.
Oh,
you
they're
see,
both down there. Okay, never mind. Forget retcon
see,
that. That should never happen.
Barvelona kind of stole his head.
Oh, so we gotta get his head back and reunite it with his body. Can you
I,
please get this knife out of my throat? We're having a friendly conversation here.
You say this, the guy, the Harrigan literally pulls the knife and goes, "Oh, sorry," and then what looks confused for a second, goes, "Wait a second," and like puts it back.
Hey,
No.
come on, dude. We're having a friendly conversation. Really?
Wait a minute.
the dude with the knife to Uzuki's neck, I flip him a gold and I say, there you are.
That's 4 gold now, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm marking it
Okay.
as I go.
It's just literally looking at and just like it looks at the Dragonborn, looks at the gold, and immediately like bends down to pick up the gold, and just kind of like sheaths his knife and goes, "Okay, so you've been paid for."
I feel like a cheap whore.
And I actually turn and I look at Uzuki and I say, twice.
What?
Because I paid 1 gold to each Harrigan.
Jesus Christ.
Definitely not cheap, mate. As he kind of bites into the gold and goes, "Huh,
That should
it's
buy you
shiny."
another knife.
What do you mean buy? Like, isn't this just pretty? As they look kind of confused at the coin.
In our world, we use that to buy goods and services.
And then I turn and I say, because it is pretty.
Stealth group. You have moved your way around. You can see a lot of the Harrigan are distracted and enjoying the show basically. You can see that several of them are armed with crossbows and pikes and other type of armaments and armor. They were ready to attack, but they tend to be like sort of relaxing into position and just kind of feeling it. So what would you like to do?
It's my dulcet tones.
How many are there?
Uh,
Well, keep in mind they're bunnies, so there's gonna be a bunch of them.
second.
Bunnies like to fuck.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
There's 7 total in the causeways. Agdon is down talking with. You can see like the shoulder and the head of Sentry, and Horakos is just a little bit out of sight, but you can and Uzuki as well. But you know there's also one down there with Uzuki, so you get a total of about 9 that you can visually see.
Damn, 9? Bro, I don't know if we can tank 9 bunny dicks.
I mean, that's a good way to go out.
Being stabbed repeatedly by bunny dicks.
I think we might just want to wait for the shit to pop off. You know what I'm saying? I think we ought to wait for the right moment to strike. I think doing a premature strike is gonna be a bad move.
Sentry, Horakos, I want you to go ahead and make me a charisma check or persuasion check.
Okay.
Persuasion.
If you don't have
Mm,
persuasion, just straight charisma.
17.
Okay.
10, baby.
Sentry, you're still standing there, cold as iron, and just you. I don't know if like do you ever like
But not cold
physically
iron. We
relax?
discussed this.
No. I just as cold as iron is what I said. But do you ever like relax physically?
I don't. I'm not
I think when he
technically
shuts
capable.
off.
Yeah, when I like turn off, I do. But for the most part, I just stand there, basically still.
Okay.
It's not like he's not like bunched up or
Not taking a hostile stance.
no, not at all. He's literally just standing there with one hand in his pocket, and he keeps pulling his hand out and flicking gold at people.
Okay. Stealth team, what are you doing?
I mean, my personal opinion is I think we should wait for shit to pop off. If these bunny dicks want to bounce, we'll get the drop on them afterwards. But I think jumping on them now, probably a bad
We can
idea.
we can wait it out. That's a good plan.
Nice.
We stay as stealthily as possible and best position possible, and wait and watch.
All right, you're taking cover.
Yeah, whatever.
Go ahead and
cover we
roll
can find.
stealth again. You can either one of you roll with advantage, or you can both roll.
I guess both. Huh?
Well, that's two damn fine checks. So.
Back on the causeway, he's
And
sitting there going,
so as he's kind of like mulling things over and trying to figure out what the fuck, I say I would like to offer you an additional gift.
okay. He waits.
This gift I cannot hand you, but I offer it to you with my hand. And I don't walk forward because then I'd be walking on the causeway. And that's kind of their territory, I guess. So I'm right at the end, and I extend my hand over into
I-
the causeway.
I'm kind of assuming you're about 15 feet up the causeway because you said you walk past Horakos up onto it.
That's fine, but I
Okay.
don't go further because we've just been kind of standing still. So I extend my hand to him, thumb up, like offering my hand to shake, and I say, I would like to offer you friendship.
As you do this, there is a sense of silence that comes over the area where, like, before, like, you could hear, like, the chatter and, like, sort of, like, playful laughter of the other Harrigans, and they've gone silent now.
And I say, this gift, unfortunately, must be given in kind.
Agdon looks.
As friendship goes both ways.
Agdon looks at you, and he just kind of cocks his head and goes, "Well, shit."
God damn it.
And so you guys hear like a little. Anybody close enough to me hears a little. As like the gears inside of my head like go, and he's like, "Yes, I believe I am beginning to understand this place."
Like, I haven't been this stuck since Queen Zibilia trapped me on that tree.
You were trapped on a tree as well, and
Oh.
I tell him how I was trapped on a tree for 200 years.
Well, do you say that, or you just tell the story, or what do you do?
I tell him the story of how I was trapped on a tree for 200 years. And
Okay.
how the tree grew into and around me. I was rescued by the fairy. She offered me friendship, and I offered it back in kind. I am offering you my friendship now.
Talking about that one, as he points at the pixie on your shoulder.
Yes. He basically just puts a thumb like up to her tummy and then like tickles her with it.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting this today, but you heard him, boys. We're friends, and you can't rob a friend.
So
And he
can
walks
you
forward, and
please
he
remove the
reaches
knife
out
from my
a
neck
big.
now?
No, he already did.
Oh,
Remember,
never
he
mind.
took the coin
Oh,
and
I
walked away a
forgot.
little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah.
He walks over and he kind of reaches out a big furry paw and just kind of shakes it, or he places it in your metal fist, but he does it slowly, gently, like he's waiting for any type of reaction from it.
And then
What do you do?
when it's in my hand, I grip his hand gently and I shake it. And
He
then
smiles. He literally smiles and just kind of looks and goes, "Well, welcome to the Brigand's Tollway."
and then
Are you guys hungry? We have stew. Do you eat?
I say
Do you?
slightly louder than my normal tone of voice. I cannot whistle, for I do not have lips, but we are friends now.
I'm gonna walk over.
Yes.
Health
I'm,
team, go ahead and make a perception check to see if you hear this coded message.
I'm sorry, a perception check?
Yeah, Percepi.
Oh, there it is. Wait, yeah, there it is.
See what happens here. Okay, yeah, you both hear Sentry's voice echo a little bit in the air, and you go, "We're friends now."
and when he asks if I eat, I say I do, but I will not have custard.
I'm gonna stumble out of the bushes and pretend like I just got done taking a big old drunk guy whiz. Oh.
I'm gonna walk over to the Harrigan that had the knife in next to my neck, and I'm gonna reach out my hand to him, and I go, "So what do you say, friends?"
Yar.
He kind of looks at you and goes, "Do I have to give back the coin?"
No, the coin's yours to keep.
Oh, then yeah, friends. Name's
This man is
Tolliver.
also
Nice
That's
to
because
meet
it
you.
wasn't even his
What's
coin
his
to begin
name?
with.
Tolliver.
Tolliver.
But so here's the thing. You guys have negotiated your way past interaction, and you now find yourselves escorted to the top of the stump, where the Harrigans all spread back out and basically go back to some of what they're tasked with doing, which apparently is working on a midday meal. As I decided, if anybody done any research, like there's a lot of back and forth about how the suns and things like that work in the Feywild. I've decided that with Barcelona being in charge of this region, the sun would move. So as the sun is approaching its westerly descent, actually no, sorry, it's reverse. It's heading to the east, which has been throwing Zodi off for a bit. But you guys are part of the brigands' camp as they are preparing their evening meal.
Nice.
Excellent. I say you have a fine tree stump here.
Yeah, it's plus it's what I enjoy, and he did not give back the 3 coins, by the way. He's taken those.
No, I gave those to him.
I'm just clarifying. But he doesn't really seem to know what they are, as he's just kind of playing with them, running them through his fur and clicking them in his paws.
They're very shiny, and in our world, you can use those to buy things.
Oh well, if I ever go to your world, I'm guessing you're from the physical plane, correct?
Yes, we are.
Then I'll be sure to buy something then from the coins of my friends.
Yes.
Well,
So
if you ever
this
come
is
to the
not
real world, sorry, if you ever come to the real world, I will treat you myself.
So this is the thing. The actual book says this was supposed to be a fight. But I don't feel like you guys did anything to deserve their aggression. And according to the laws of
Release the
fairy, which
arrow.
Sentry did very well, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Basically,
People been doing weird
basically,
shit, and so I was like, I think this is how it works here.
yeah. Basically the law of hospitality. Well done. Uh, but you guys basically you have free reign of the Brigand's Tollway. You can see there are several people doing things like mending leather and working on items and cooking foods, and there are several different Harrigans of different genders and whatnot about the area. So we're going to consider this sort of like a long rest narration. So
Okay.
is there anything you guys would like to do? Uzuki, Tolliver is kind of like enraptured with you, so like he's like gonna pull you off to the side and like show you his spear collection and shit like that. So
Weapons. Yes, I enjoy weapons.
do you show him your sword?
Yes.
As you
And
pull out the glimmering green blade in
No,
the
no, no,
form of the
not that
katana.
sword. Not that. Not
Oh,
that sword.
my apologies.
My normal katana.
Oh, okay. He's very impressed by it. He's just like, wow, I've never seen a blade like that. Can I see it?
Yes, you can. I flip it over and I'll hand it to him.
He's actually quite skilled as he kind of goes into a few different martial forms that you are familiar with most spear users.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like he does have a short blade on his hip and everything, and he seems to have a very solid movement too. But if you like, you can give him some instructions, ways to improve. It's up to you.
Yes, yes, I will. Um, since we're not doing anything really big right now, I'll show him some swordsmanship skills.
Anybody else? What would you like to do?
I would like to go up to the guy who was like mending armor or whatever.
Okay. That's actually a female. That's Horakos, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Getting used to your voice. You walk over to a female Harrigan as she's working on. She seems to be like stitching through leather armor and like working through like different types of patchwork material.
Okay. I suppose you're the sort of craftsman around here, no?
Yeah, I like to keep things nice. Things get a hole in it, you patch the hole.
Hmm. What do you do to improve the armor? Or do you just keep mending the ones that you have?
Well, we don't have a lot of metal, so we pretty much have to. You. She flips over the leather, and you can see there's like layers of tree sap and bark embedded into the underside of this. Now that you're looking at it, it's kind of a weird looking leather. It seems almost like dried alligator skin.
Hmm. Do you
She's
mind
like,
if I inspect this for a second? I wish to look at it.
go ahead. She hands it over.
I take it. Is it like is it tougher than what I'm wearing essentially? Because I know mine consists of like metal as well, but there's like leather bits because it's like still medium armor.
What are you wearing? Studded leather?
I am wearing right now. Oh, a breastplate right now, but I'm talking about
Oh,
like the leather bits of my armor.
uh, I would say it seems like it's more made for a moist environment versus the like natural leathers that probably are going to need a lot more maintenance and things like that using like animal leather. But with a breastplate, it's definitely not any better. But I mean, it would allow for like for a narrative effect of like being able to avoid moisture areas.
Say, bunny person, do you mind if and I start taking off like my breastplate? Do you mind replacing the the leather with the one that you have over here? I will give you shinies in return.
Make a persuasion check.
All right. It's a 23.
She kind of looks at you and goes, "Well, you're not too bad looking. I guess if you want, I can look at it and I can show you some tricks and trade, and then we can go to my tent and trade these shinies."
Go to
I'm
her
gonna
tent, dog.
I'm gonna be oblivious to the lesson. By all means, I'm curious to learn.
She sits down and begins to show you the fact that she is using a type of almost like a form of alligator skin, but you recognize it more as being from those creatures you guys slaughtered earlier in the your adventure that were helping the Hydra hunt.
Ooh, okay, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna just curiously study how she like does like the whole craftsman part work and whatever because I want to learn that as well. Just
Okay,
in case I need to like mend stuff myself.
are you skilled with leatherworking?
No, but I would like to learn.
Okay. You can count this as 1 day's lesson, basically.
Very nice, very nice.
And what's your intelligence modifier?
0.
Okay. Um, so go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Okay, straight up intelligence.
Actually, wait. Are you familiar? Do you have alchemy proficiency or anything like that?
I have no proficiency whatsoever, so I want to get this.
With no toolkits? Okay. Then yeah, just straight intelligence.
A 4.
Okay. Um, you don't really notice anything.
I
You
like trying
you're
to look at
you're
this, but it's
you're
just like this is most impressive. Yes, I have no idea
you
what's
are
going
you are
on.
learning the techniques and you're seeing, but there's nothing specific about the material.
Okay, okay.
But you're going to be working on that for a little bit. So anybody else?
I want to ask them if they brew, like brew alcohol or brew
Make an
that kind
investigation
of thing.
check. Yeah, that'd be more Pai Mei, but
20.
Pai Mei's
Me?
probably already
I
sniffed
like
it out.
drinking it. Yeah, I don't like making it.
as you look
I think I'm showing
around
up skill,
and as you look around and you're taking a look at what everybody's working on, you do notice sort of like a brewer set up in the far side of the stump, and of course, Pai Mei is already over there.
yeah. Actually, it even says I have tools, brewery supplies, so I must have like already learned how to do it.
Yeah, I have a brewing kit, and
Oh, nice. Okay.
that's my specialty. And so basically, backstory wise, all of the brothers, all the sentries, were required to have a secondary uh, function, and mine was brewing.
Damn, so we got all kinds of alcoholics in this party.
All right, Pai Mei, unless you want to narratively move away, I would say that you would naturally navigate towards the brewers.
Yeah, I'd like compare techniques and play flute and get drunk and just generally do
Let's
grandpa
get
stuff.
crunk.
Funny. Like regular grandpa stuff. I'd tell them really long, overdrawn stories, like the same story 3 or 4 times in an hour. And every time they try to stop me from saying the story, I'll just say it louder and more belligerently.
They
And then
act like
like
beloved grandchildren as several Harrigans make their way over to you. In your stories, they seem enraptured by the fact that you are basically boisterous and loud. They encourage more. Sentry, as you approach this area, you see one of the Harrigans has sort of like burned fur, and he's kind of missing like the tip of one of his ears, and he seems to be like gently like checking the pressure gauges on some of the equipment.
I ask him what it is that they brew here.
Oh, um, well, mainly I use some of the swamp water and some local berries, and just really I just try different things. I
So you
don't.
make gin.
Uh, I don't really know what I make. We found this. It
I
was laying in the swamp, and he kicks it a little bit, and you worry a little bit as you watch one of the pressure gauges raise up, and he's just like, I've been trying to figure it out, but I don't really know much about what I'm doing. Hence and he self-consciously tugs on his ear a little bit.
I will teach you. And
Go ahead and make an intelligence check with your proficiency.
oh fuck.
If you have a skill and a craft, what I do is I break this down into several functions, so it's not always just dex or strength. It depends on what you're doing with your skill. Oh, nice.
Gotcha.
Uh, with your proficiency is still 20 or something else?
For me, that 20 was for the investigation earlier. So it's a 14, 17, I think.
You immediately start to worry a little bit, as much as a robot can, because of the volatility of the pressure gauges, and you can see like the piping's wrong, and they assembled this thing wrong, and you're actually kind of a little surprised it hasn't blown up already.
So so I kind of scoot him back a little bit, and I release the pressure, and I say, hold, hold, hold. We must set this up correctly. And so the first thing that I'll do is I'll show him how to set up the the brewing station correctly.
It is missing 2 pieces. So if you have a kit, you can replace them.
I will do so.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
And so basically, after I fix it up, I am going to walk him through how it works. And then after that, I will give him some recipes and I'll kind of tell him how he can modify it with things found in the swamp. So, like bitter berries he could use to make gin, like that kind of shit.
He looks at you and like almost like amazement, and he goes, "Huh? Who would have thought? We were just gonna kill you, but now you're probably gonna make me one of the most popular bunnies here.
Yes,
Might actually even
they will get, as my former master said, fucking shit faced off of this.
that sounds amazing. Maybe even Sheila will, as he looks over, he sees a female bunny sitting with Horakos. He's like, maybe she'll even give me time of day.
She will after a few cups, my friend. She will after a few cups.
Oh, that's
Cyndal, Zodi, anything?
Yeah.
Just flitting around and watching everybody doing what they're doing.
Oh, also, I tell him to find to procure a nice set of leather gloves for doing this, as he seems very burnt, and perhaps an apron.
What's an apron?
I describe what an apron is to him, but like leather, so it doesn't catch on fire.
Oh, so it's like a half shirt. Like it just covers the front.
Yes, looped around the neck, tied in the back.
Oh, I could probably make one of those. We'll have to
And
kill
I
some
look
more.
at
We'll have to kill some more of the seekers, but it shouldn't be too hard.
I look at the lady leather worker sitting with Shager. I'm like, perhaps she can make it for you.
Kind of looks a little suspicious and goes, "Yeah, maybe she could."
And
Horakos, as
I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, and that is called an inn.
um
Jesus.
Zodi, go ahead and make me a nature check. Oof.
Ouch.
Yeah. Why do you have a 0 in nature? I thought you were a ranger.
I am a ranger, but I didn't get proficiency. I don't know why. Either that or it's wrong on my sheet.
He's
Okay.
a survival ranger, not a not a nature ranger.
Also,
Okay,
we're in
what
the
do you?
Feywild, so maybe I just failed. We're in the Feywild.
It's a
Just
possibility.
let it
What
roll.
is your what is the stat you use for your poisons?
For poisons, well, is it not medicine kit or medicine skill and like a poisoner's kit to add a proficiency bonus?
Yeah, you have proficiency. That's weird.
Yeah, the sheet doesn't have it on D&D Beyond. Maybe I just didn't click the right skill or something.
Yeah, it says you have a 0
But
on things.
intelligence, his intelligence is quite poor to begin with, so there's no bonus from the stat. So it just wasn't where I focused the points.
Okay.
The goal here was to create a character that was like built for ranged combat, and other than that, I'm just not sure what to do with him.
Let's go with survival. Make it more of a sort of like a knowledge based on your surroundings kind of thing. 8. One of the things you notice as you're kind of moving around the area, you look at their armor, and you notice it's made out of a very interesting material that connects back to your mind of the creatures you guys fought when you showed up.
The Hydra?
The creatures that were part of the little seekers, the little hunting party. You guys ran from the Hydra. You fought its hunting party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will take your word for it.
That
I
happened.
might have may very well have, but I think I might have missed that day. I just don't remember what we're
It
talking
was
about.
like 2 months ago.
True.
I missed a lot of stuff back then.
It's all good. It's up to you if you want to talk to anybody about it, or if you just want to. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, you were mentioning their armor and stuff. I do want to try to follow clues you're giving me. I I definitely want to attempt to craft some poisons while I'm here, but also like we got put in this camp map, and so I was just like, oh, okay, I guess what Zodi do, because Grandpa over here was like walking out of the bushes like, I took a piss. But I'm like, I had a successful stealth roll, so I thought, okay, my choices are to stay outside the camp and just like scout all night, or just like,
Yeah, you can do that. I
or the
just
other.
I just moved you guys to the camp to physically see it. But if you wanna
I see.
avoid going up there, basically staying in the wilderness, you
I,
can move away. No one noticed you.
it turns out I didn't mind just like being so stealthy that suddenly, with everyone's head turned, he was just like all of a sudden there at the fire, like working on his poisons and not talking to anybody. Like, yeah, I was here the whole time. Didn't you see me?
Okay. um. And Sendal's not doing anything. All right. The evening continues. Agdon basically walks around and kind of talks to everybody, and just kind of basically being life of the party. And a wonderful stew is served up that has a lot of different flavors and textures, but it mainly has just like this solid spice to it. And if there's anything you guys want to talk with anybody or anything, or the night will continue.
Nope, don't really need to talk about anything.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'll eat some of that, but I will also talk to him about our goals. That we have to first figure this Bavalona situation out and get my friends the things that have been stolen back from him or back from her. And I say, if you have any advice, we would be glad to take it.
I mean, you have your work cut out for you. I'm not going to say that. I mean, you're apparently going to go into downfall, and is your attempt to kill the hag, or is it just to get your items and for your friends and just to run?
Oh,
We
we
have
are
been
gonna kill her.
we have been stolen from, and so our immediate goal is to get our things back. But I recognize that it will not be that easy, and so it may be that we shall come to blows. But
Well, to
we
do.
are not above coming to blows.
I mean, you all seem fairly strong. I'm not saying you can't. I've just never seen someone go against Barcelona and win. I
No,
mean, if she stays in downfall and she leaves us to our ways, then I mean, it's basically just
no one has seen a thing that has not been done until it has been done.
no arguments. I guess the thing I would say is to watch out for her minions. She pretty much has the bullywogs under her talons.
Whom we shall be assaulting. For a friend.
For a friend.
We will be
For
assaulting
favor.
these people for a friend.
For shits and giggles.
Our friend was assaulted by them, and so they shall feel the full might of our force.
Are you? I have to ask. Are you guys here because of what they've done to Queen Zabinlia? Or is it more of a matter of just personal revenge?
It is not revenge as much as recompense. And I do not know who Queen Zavinia is. I apologize.
Oh, well, she was the archfey that controlled hither, tither, and yon until the courts basically did something to her and have basically taken control.
She sounds powerful.
Queen Zibla? Yes. She literally, I upset her once, and basically she took my scarf and pinned me to a tree, and I was kind of like put to sleep by that, but at the same time, like, then Barcelona showed up and
But
she,
you were fully awake and aware. Yes, yes, I've experienced this.
I mean, yeah, like it was kind of like I was awake but not awake, like I couldn't move but I couldn't do anything, and then Barcelona showed up and struck a deal with basically with my fellows here, and she freed me. And so, but it's not like I want to work for her either. I was kind of forced to make a deal with a creature that I don't like to admit, but she's out there. And that's why I have to steal from people. I have to steal things because I have to give things. And like he holds up one of the gold coins. It's like, this should get me some time.
But you are not her informant.
No, I'm neutral. That's the word.
Good. Then I shall see about getting back your freedom as well.
No, my freedom is here in the Pog. As long as I'm left alone and I can run these swamps and basically try to kill that damn Hydra, then
Yes,
you know,
the
I'm happy.
bastard.
The best.
Oh, you've met her then. She's a real piece of work, that one.
Yes.
She tried to take my foot once. Didn't
tried
like
to-
it.
She tried to take my friends once.
But just so you're aware, like when you get to Downfall, you're not just dealing with Barcelona. You have to deal with the Soggy Court as well. By the way, this is all happening around the campfire, so like anybody who wants to join in can ask questions or anything.
The soggy court.
Yeah, it's a society of bullywogs that they cling to strange customs and rules of etiquette that only they understand, and there's a lot of infighting and back and forth, and in the end it's they trade kings around like it's basically like whoever's the strongest gets to be king for the day.
I shall be
I mean,
king, for I shall assault them all.
I mean, you're not a bullywog, but I'm all for it if you want to just take over. I mean, Barcelona might even appreciates dealing with someone who's not as chaotic as they are.
I am not a bullywog, and I do not wish to take over. I merely wish to assault them.
Assault or insult?
For a friend.
Salt. He wishes to salt.
He wishes to insult. Talk about adding insult to injury.
I'm gonna pour salt on them. I'm going to assault them.
Assault them.
Instead of cursor, salt.
What was the goblin's name? I forget.
Bill Jangle.
Jingle Jangle. Yeah, there we go. Yes, I have a friend named Jingle Jangle, and she was assaulted by them. And so I shall repay their kindness with my own.
Yeah, poor Jingle. She needs to get off that hill, and she does every now and then, but she's also scared. I mean, that's what happens when you end up making a deal with Barcelona.
I come over and I sit down and I go, yeah, but after we're done, she'll have her freedom.
How are you going to... How are you going to free her?
We're gonna kill the bitch.
Barcelona has things that does not belong to her. Your freedom, Jingle Jangle's freedom, my friend's things as well. We shall be
Right, but
taking them back.
you have to understand that she didn't steal these things. Like, Jingle Jangle sought the hag's help.
Perhaps.
See, I don't know if you know the story of Jingle Jangle, but wherever she went, she felt a tormenting fear of being caught on the wrong side of a locked door. So she went to Barcelona for aid, and the hag gave her a blessing. It removed the ability for Jingle Jang to receive fear and replaced it with the insatiable, overwhelming need to collect keys. That's why she does what she does. And in my case, like I said, I was stuck to the tree, and you have to understand that the people who serve her, they suffer, but it's always left in a feeling like they caused it themselves. I mean, if I'm understanding correctly, you were all victims of her thieves, collectors, basically.
Yes.
But they can only take what they're owed. So you did something that broke a rule of the coven, whether aware of it or not.
Also true.
These hags have gotten too greedy, personally, for my liking. I would like to receive what was taken from me, and I suspect all of us here would too. So that is what we are set out to accomplish.
Yes. I am missing something important to me. It is my ability to keep secrets. He says as though it was a secret.
That makes sense. Well, I don't know what aid I can be, but if you. He looks at his branding iron for a second and shakes his head and goes, I wish you guys luck. And if the most I can do is offer you a warm meal and a safe place to sleep through the night, then that's what I can do.
That is most appreciated, as I take like another like spoonful or like whatever it is they're cooking up.
Like when I get it, it's like steaming, bubbling, boiling hot, and he just pours it down his fucking open mouth. And he's like, "Yes, this was tasty."
Delicious.
Horakos, the female Harrigan is going to try and seduce you, so it's up to you if you follow her into her tent.
Roll the seduction, or whatever you choose.
You want me
If
to
it
roll
have,
for it?
yeah, roll for it, whatever.
All right.
Oh boy.
23.
Alright.
Someone's getting
Actually,
fucked tonight. Someone's getting fucked tonight.
I'm not even gonna try rolling against that. I am seduced.
um,
But more like
you guys,
ignorantly, like whimsically, like like he doesn't know what's going on, but he follows along.
basically, you are given a night of hot bunny passion.
Hot
Um,
bunny passion.
Hot bunny passion.
go ahead and roll me a D100.
A
D100.
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 D100. Alright, D100 it is. Give me 1 second.
Actually, on like it's actually on roll 20. That's why I said it that way.
Oh, okay. How would I do that then? Is there like a roll I can make? Like slash roll 100? D100? Or...
I believe so. Or the little dice on the left, like if you click on it, it gives you a list.
A little dice on the left?
On the bar to the left, where it has like the arrow and all that.
Okay. Let me just. Roll. 100. 29.
Right. You just look that up. All right. In
Congratulations, you got
return,
chlamydia.
in return of your night of passion, she also gives you a small toy unicorn made out of wood. painted with bright colors. And she just kind of smiles at you and like plays with her horns a little bit. And she's like, "So you can remember me, because I won't forget you."
Right.
Jesus.
That was something. Thank you very much. You. I'll do the classic thing where I don't remember her name.
Oh, God damn it.
Technically, she never gave it to you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But I'm gonna say during the pillow talk, you get the information I was trying to put out to the party. The leather that they work with is actually it has a resistance to poison
Ooh.
because it's made out of the material of those creatures.
So I have like
Nice.
poison resistant breastplate right now? Let's go.
Well, I was gonna say if you guys want to, you can basically enter into a barter or trade with Agdon to see if you can get material to supplement or modify your own armors.
I mean, I literally just fucked for it, I suppose.
Well, you get the information. I'm not talking about you don't get necessarily the leather for it.
Oh, can I try to get the leather then? I suppose.
Not out of fucking, but I mean, if you want to make a persuasion check against her, you can.
Well, let's say this is happening during the pillow talk.
Okay, so you're just gonna try and
I gotta-
convince her to give it to you.
Well, during the pillow talk.
Just fucking. Oh, that was great. Yeah. Hey, you want to do some work?
She kind of looks at you a little askew, and it's like, yeah, you were worth it.
Worth it.
Let's get something to eat, and then we'll finish up your armor. And that's when you go out and you meet everybody by the fire. So like everybody's kind of giving you an eye, like looking around, like trying to figure out like what you were up to, kind of thing.
I try to ignore their glance as well, like like awkwardly looking at them.
But yeah, she
Breastplate
uses
never sounded so good.
but she go ahead and use the leather of the what they call the seekers to supplement, so you can add poison resistance to your armor.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I am armor, and I already have poison resistance.
I'll go for you.
I'm aware. But anybody else?
Sorry, for what?
If they want, I mean, fuck bunnies or anything else.
You trying to fuck bunnies over here?
I mean, did any of them want a horse dick?
You're currently not even. What is that? Ass incense? Oh, whatever.
Roll for horse dick, I suppose.
No, I was saying basically Horakos kind of like spreads the information about the party, about how the leather that they utilize, the material is made out of the Hydra Seekers, and it has a poison
Oh.
resistance. So if anybody wants to try and barter or get enough material to augment their armor, basically.
Oh, the poison resistance.
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely do that.
Okay, what do you have to barter?
Let's see. I've got more shinies.
That wealth has no real effect on these people.
I know, but they like shinies. I've got rations that I could trade.
As you eat their well-made cooked food.
Nah.
Are you speaking to Agdon or Tolliver?
I have no clue who I'm talking to.
The guy you were teaching the sword to, or the leader?
I did come over to sit down with the group, so.
Okay. So you're entering into trade with Agdon.
Yeah.
So, what do you have for me?
Well, I don't really have much on me right now. My clothes and got my bedroll. I've got a mess kit, rope, tinderbox, torch, water skin. I've got some shinies. I pull out a couple of coins and show them.
It seems like you have 2 swords there. Do you need both of them, or? I mean,
Technic. Should I have 3? I don't. Give me 1 second. Well, this sword was a gift from my father when I came of age and uh, became a samurai. So I kind of don't
That
want to
makes
give
it
it up.
that makes it pretty important.
Yes, it does.
Means it's valuable.
To me.
Stubborn, I see.
Uh,
What about
actually,
the shorter
hey,
one there?
I actually do have a short sword uh outside of the enchanted one.
Actually, as you're rifling through your pack, he spots your tinderbox.
Okay.
Is is that a tinderbox?
I did say that I had this. I pull it out and I show it to him.
His eyes kind of get greedy, and he's just like he's looking at it and goes, "Yeah, that could work."
I chuckle and I hand it over to him.
Yenny, get some of our seeker material, please. I need enough for. He looks over at the at Uzukai's size and build, and he's just like, "I need 2 hands worth." We have a deal, Mr. Dragon.
Sounds good to me.
Uh, Horakos can actually help you augment your chainmail. I believe is what you have.
I have
Yes.
a breastplate actually.
No,
No,
he does.
I have
Uzuki.
chainmail.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely help out with that then. Yeah.
So basically, you're going to replace some of your underlying effect padding with the seeker material.
All right, that works for me.
Anybody else? Sentry, you don't need it. Cyndal?
Yeah, I'll see if I can get some new armor.
All right. How would you like to approach it?
I have my Well, I'll just go up and see if they have any extra material because I don't need much.
Make a persuasion check with advantage because you are tiny.
Persuasion, you said?
Yep. Agon looks at you and goes, "You know what? I don't even feel fair taking advantage of one of the Fey folk. It's just scraps and pieces. I'm sure it won't do you any harm. Go ahead. You can speak to her as he points across the way.
Uh,
Yenner. Yenner, that's what it was.
Oh, I was gonna say he's probably fucked her too because he doesn't remember her name either.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt about it.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Uh,
Thank you.
In the meantime,
Zodi?
I'm just getting like tubs of fur out of my mouth. Puh, puh, puh.
Zodi.
Yeah.
You do you want to negotiate to get anything for yourself?
No, I think it's himself actually.
What about your scorpion? Would you like to make some barding?
Barding for the scorpion. Yeah, actually, that would be cool.
Okay. He is also pretty small, so if you roll persuasion, see if you can just get some free leather working. He's left for the size of like a small puppy, isn't he?
That's a -2 on my persuasion rolls, Jack.
Says you got an 18 though.
Right. Because and a -2.
Yeah.
So
But
16.
surprisingly enough, he looks at you and goes, "I'll tell you what, trade me a joke."
All right.
We
All
all
right.
look
All right.
sad
All
at
right.
that.
oh
All right. All right.
no.
So with absolutely no smile on Zodi's face, he says, "I found the flaw in your defenses." And as he does that, he rests his hand on his bow, just gently, calmly.
I, I is there a punchline?
He just like as I'm getting another bowl of stew.
He
I'm like,
has
he
no sense of
can't.
humor. That's what was taken from him.
What?
Bavalona
No.
stole his humor.
No, there actually is an answer to this. He says with no smile whatsoever.
I
Um,
surrender. What is the answer?
Well, I can give you the answer, but then I'd be doing you a favor.
Yes, and I'll give you the leather for the creature on your back, but what is the answer?
The answer is stealth, my dear bunny boy.
What happened to your accent?
I'm trying it
literally-
without the accent. I kind of want to drop it because honestly, I feel like that. What I'm trying to do with that, first of all, Shager completely outshines me on because that's actually where he's from.
Yeah.
No
So
way.
I sort of feel that, and then secondly, I also feel like that character is really more what I wanted for Schwanz. So I'm just trying something different because I don't know what to do with Zodi because I made Zodi as like a purely combat character and didn't think
Okay.
what the hell I was going to do with him.
Okay.
Hey,
that makes sense.
I'm not questioning it. He kind of looks at you for a second. It's just like, huh. Okay. I mean, it's not funny, but I'll take it. And you'll also get the leather for the braiding, so you can add. I'm not sure. Does he already have resistance? No, he doesn't have resistance poisoning, does he?
I am a fake creature.
Your
Mike
mic's doing something funky.
Yeah.
What's it doing?
It's a buzzing sound, and you sound like you're about 20 feet away from it.
All right, I'm going to unplug it and plug it back in.
That sounds good. I think it's like some feedback issue. So we were actually supposed to fighting these goons, but instead we're just hanging out and sexing
Mic
them
check.
up.
Mic check.
Yep,
You-
apparently.
You want
Yeah.
some
Fighting and
feedback?
fucking
That was a
bunnies.
terrible joke.
Mic check.
I hear you. Good.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, you're doing good.
All right. All right. All right.
Yeah. So what's his essence trait?
The essence trait is poison.
Yeah, never mind. Doesn't even matter.
But it does poison damage. I don't think there's resistance.
No, you have immunity to determined by the Drake's essence
Sweet.
trait. So your Drake's already immune to poison, but he
Right.
gets some really sick looking braiding.
You got some sick looking braiding and that's good, but like isn't a good joke that shows the flaw in your securities worth something to you? Isn't it worth something? And he like looks over at Sentry, who kept flipping all those gold.
See, now he's telling a joke.
Wait, is he trying? I'm confused because his mic's going out. Are you trying to get the gold back?
I'm daring him to do so. Yes. This
Huh.
isn't a hold up. What's got you hopping? What's got you jumpy? He says with absolutely no smile.
I honestly don't understand what's happening, but the rules of hospitality are very clear. Is there anything else you want or need?
No, I just wanted to tell you my joke.
Oh, your joke was
Okay.
terrible.
So the night will continue. Uh, the awkward the awkwardness of the evening just kind of shifts back into kind of like the merriment and like effect of just the music playing, and Pai Mei pulls out his pipes, and now the still is running properly. There's some decent alcohol being brewed, though it's going to take a while to replace the bad stuff, but if everybody's happy with that, we'll go into a long rest.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Nice.
Long rest.
All right, so morning comes, breakfast is had. the brigands are all basically getting ready to go out and start, for lack of a better term, go start shit.
Brigadier.
Yeah. Agdon is sitting there. He has his shield and his branding iron up on his shoulder, and it's smoking hot with the heat sizzling off of it. And he's just like, "Well, maybe today will be the day I take down that stupid Hydra."
Oh, the
Question.
Hydra, you say?
Question.
I try to hunt it. Yes.
Was I able to craft anything with my 4 toxic mushrooms collected off the side of a bridge, or like the toxic petals that I collected earlier?
With your long rest, it depends on what you were trying to create. I believe I sent you some information.
Okay. I'll figure that out later then. Just go on then.
Real quick, can I make an Arcana check to see what Hydras are weak against?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
And I'm gonna like turn to the whole party essentially. If you don't mind, we do have some unfinished business with this Hydra that almost killed us.
And so I got a 20.
Damn.
Damn, son.
Noit. I propose that
Okay.
all of us go out and try to kill this thing again. If nobody minds, of course.
Agdon comes look at you guys like, "You want to hunt the Hydra?"
We do, yes. I personally do. I do not know about the rest of my compatriots.
Would not interfere with your quest.
If it's on the way, I do not suppose it will.
With your 20, you know that Hydras don't necessarily have a lot of weaknesses. What you do know is no, it actually doesn't have any specific weaknesses in 5e. Has advantage on saving throws, blind, charm, defended, frightened, tauntus. Just real big damage is the only thing that can hurt it. I mean, you do know that fire. That if you ignite, if you give it fire damage, then its natural healing will no longer be in effect.
Okay, I will give them that information.
Agdon kind of looks at his branding iron and goes, "Good to know." And he kind of has that look on his face like he already knew. It's up to you if you can read it or not.
And let's see.
So my proposition to everyone still stands. Do we want to face the Hydra if it's on the way?
I mean, what's the point? Like,
I kind
why?
of don't want to, no.
Like, from an RP standpoint, why would we bother trying? You know what I mean?
For
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Revenge!
For fun.
For
Because
fun.
it's like
Yeah,
combat,
fun.
it would be fun.
Yeah, fun, combat, revenge, plot, you know.
What plot?
XP.
XP too, yeah.
I know, but it's just like, you know, we can't just be
Wait,
murder
I
hordes
thought we
because it's
were
fun,
doing
you know what I mean?
milestones.
Hey, I mean, if you guys want to go hunt the Hydra with the Harrigans, I'm not going to tell you how to run your game. I'm just saying,
Listen,
like I said,
That
there's
sounds
no
like so
technical
much fun.
bedtime.
I will say, Grits did tell us before when he gave us the opportunity to fight or flee. He said if we killed it, we would get a level.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I get if the bunnies are doing it too, and we're not just flying solo.
Are we leveled yet?
We're level
Oh.
4.
Then the bunnies haven't done it.
Well, I'm saying if we go with them to do it, which they're going to do now.
Sorry. I know that wasn't a joke, but I could just picture Zodi be like, "It's not dead yet."
Not dead.
It is not dead yet, no.
Not dead.
I'm not gonna stop you guys. You gonna want to go hunt the Hydra with the bunny? I mean, that's an interesting proposal.
Yeah. Like I said, especially if it's on the way too, you know.
Let's do
I
it.
would go So I don't know.
I'm down
Um,
too.
Zodi's in.
That's
This is
3
what I've
down.
been
Who else wants
waiting
to go?
for.
We got 2 people.
3.
I mean, if that's what everybody else is doing, I'm going with.
4 people.
I met 2 people that were holdout. Uzuki and Pai Mei are sitting there kind of looking at each other like, are these fuckers really... Cyndal. Cyndal, like, kind of wakes up on Sentry's pocket, like the little custom little hole out she has in there. Pokes her head out. Cyndal, where do you sit on this discussion?
In my pocket.
Well, I don't really want to do it,
Ayo.
but if everyone else is going, I might as well.
Yeah, it's a.
I'm just gonna say, have you guys ever seen this Hydra?
Oh yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
it's not.
chasing us.
Yeah, but have you seen it? Because it's not. No, actually, you guys ran away before you got a really good look at it.
Ah.
It's not normal. Like the heads aren't attached. Like
Oh, good.
anybody wants to, they could make a Arcana check.
So so I actually say, oh, good. That means its heads won't grow back because we can't cut them off.
3, 12. No, I mean like, okay, so Agon's trying to explain it. He's like, you know how like a normal Hydra, like the heads are connected to the body, right? Well, this is kind of like a snake. Like it can unattach its heads and they can go after. Like we've killed several heads. We just haven't managed to kill the creature yet. Ironically, Sentry and Pai Mei are the closest to the Oh no, sorry, Zodi got a 15. You 3 come to basically the understanding that this creature has been augmented by the elemental power of the Feywild.
Somebody got bored and left.
No, everybody's still here, even Leo Lily.
No, Snosh is good.
Oh, Snosh is gone.
He probably lost internet or something.
Yeah, he'd have
Oh,
said
yeah,
something.
9.
I am still in the proposition that we go fight this thing. With the help of our new friends, I do not believe we can lose.
Does anyone have oil?
Any what?
Oil.
Oil.
No.
No.
Shame, because if we could fill it with something flammable and then light it.
The bunny that was brewing, his name was Jones, and he goes, would the liquor we made count as flammable?
Yes, very much so.
Perhaps not the liquor that we made,
Well,
but I do believe the liquor that you made. This fucking funky ass, like pure grain oil shit.
It is. It's like distilled swamp water alcohol with a little bit of berries for taste.
I spread a little, just like a little finger of it on the ground, and then I light it with a tinderbox and see if that works.
It lights. Oh wait, Snosh. Huh. It lights.
Well, and I turn and I look at everybody.
Basically, if
suppose
you
we
guys,
even have a
I
plan
mean,
then.
you guys could basically try to make some type of even explosive out of this material with the right type of tinkering checks.
But do we really even have a tinker?
We have a brewer.
I mean, tinkering can be anything. I mean, it's. I'm not saying like specifically tinkering.
Yeah, I say we give it a shot.
Well, I was gonna have Zodi and Agon do some hunting. Basically, the brigands start spreading out and they start going about their rounds. And what they do is they spread out into teams, and they start searching the surrounding area for the Hydra. So if you each want to separate into one of the teams or go out in teams yourself, because there is eight brigands plus Agon, Agdagon. I can't say that name right.
Agdagigon.
Yeah.
I would like to, while they're hunting for it, perhaps they can give us some sort of signal or something. And I would like to attempt to grab my burned friend and have him help me, uh, form some sort of like
Jones, yeah.
napalm, I guess. Because the idea is we want to get a fire going on this thing, and we want to get a fire going that's not going to go out A, fast, or B, easily.
We've lost Snosh, and he's not responding to my message, so I don't know what's going on.
He said
he
he
had to
had some
drop off for
family
family
shit.
stuff.
No.
Oh. I did not. I was messaging him directly. My apologies.
He just posted it a second ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and you can make a basically a crafts check, dexterity, and you can use advantage because Jones is helping you.
Okay.
And with our hunter gone,
That's gonna be a
Okay.
20 right there, boss.
so as you and Jones set to work, what is your goal? Are you making a combustible? Or are you making a sprayable?
I want to make something similar to like napalm.
Right, napalm is like normally napalm's dropped out of a plane because it's like a liquid gel that like attaches it and then they ignite it with explosives.
Right. So what I'm thinking is somebody really strong, like some sort of crazy robot man with a strength of 20, could throw a fucking barrel of this shit or a few of them at this thing, and somebody really cool with like a bow, like some kind of horseman with a bow, could shoot a flaming arrow at it.
So
Some kind of horseman.
I have an idea. So Jones looks at you as you guys are trying to work out, and you realize that Jones is actually really smart, which is why he got into brewing and stuff like that because he found a bunch of mechanical stuff, and he figured like you were impressed with what he did on his own. He just misunderstood some of the concepts about
Well,
how the pressure system works. But I mean, think
and
about
he
this. Bunny
was
found a bunch of scraps and put it together.
yeah, and he was missing pieces.
Yeah.
Like
So he was like
at
trying.
no point was Sentry like did he like talk down to him or anything? He's just like, oh no, you're missing some stuff here. I have some extra bits here. Let me show you how to assemble.
So he comes up with this idea of basically a barrel that's going to lock in place, and then right before you throw it, you disengage the lock. So the centrifugal force of it being thrown will slide the pieces of the barrel out, basically allowing for these siphon plates to allow the liquid to spin out and away from the barrel.
Okay.
He looks at you and goes, "Do you think that would work?"
I think it'll get everywhere.
We
Perfect.
we should probably test it first.
Yes.
We he takes the barrel as you guys are crafting it, and he's gonna fill it with water. So, go ahead and make a strength check to throw the barrel.
Okay. Also, it is at this point that if you look at my character sheet, one would realize that that black tabard and the shirt that I wear looks surprisingly like an armor or a blacksmith's like tabard and shirt. You know what I mean? So he definitely looks like somebody who works with his hands.
Something has changed.
That's a 17.
Oh, Shager made a new character.
Oh no, I just like have like a bunch of backups essentially.
Oh, he's back.
Hey.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Wait, who is this?
It is me. I am Zodi. Hello. Fun job.
Yes, I was trying to figure out who
Oh, get
Oakwood.
out of here. You're lying.
No, I was trying to figure out who Oakwood was. Oakwad. Oakwad.
Oakwood. This is
Oakwod.
a new character that I made. He's like I said, I've been making like a bunch of like extra D&D characters just in case.
Um,
I could tell you
I'm
about it later if
going.
you want.
Hold on. I'm going to roll for Jones here. Damn, I am killing it with this digital dice tonight. All right. Yeah, you chuck this barrel, Sentry, and it works beautifully. The mechanism slides out of place. The barrel kind of spins and unlocks, opening all these little siphon holes, and you watch as the water just spirals out as you basically football throw this barrel. And the spiral is beautiful, and it just rains the swamp water in the area, and it actually slams into a large little pond area, so it doesn't damage the barrel itself.
So what I'm picturing, have you ever seen Naruto?
Yes, I've seen all of Naruto.
Okay. So you remember in like the evil forest arc, like in the Genin exam, where that one bitch has that fucking got that like umbrella and like throws it up in the air and it spins and it just like shoots all those fucking needles out, like that but oil.
You could throw it that way, but I mean, you would have to basically
Well, I'm just saying
throw
that's how I'm like
upward.
picturing the expansion of oil, but I'm not picturing necessarily going out in the same way. Just
So do you want it like an AOE, or do you? Because I was thinking of it more like a line.
No, a line's perfectly fine.
Okay, because I was picturing you throwing it like a football.
Yeah, that totally works.
And then the spiral is
how-
what creates the centrifugal force to spread the oil.
Right.
Alcohol.
And that the spiral was what I was thinking of, like using the centrifugal force to push it out in like a circular pattern.
Uzuki, don't you have some crafting on you?
I am not sure.
As a samurai, you had crafting.
Let's see. Well, my tools is a dice set.
Never mind.
I also have a dice set.
But you do have survival at a +3, so for now you kind of take the place of Snosh.
Snosh.
Because oh no, his survival's at a +6. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so who basically has the higher survival now?
I got +3.
Mine
so
says
you're-
Cyndal actually.
I have
+4.
Cyndal?
I also have a +4. Yeah.
All right, so Cyndal, do you want to go out with Agdon? He kind of smiles at you and be like, "Don't worry, I have no reason to bite."
Okay.
Um,
And I tell him, be careful if you do. She's a tooth fairy. And I like lose the robotic part of my voice when I say that.
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow. That is great. Okay. So he will grant you advantage, but go ahead and make a survival check, Cyndal. And we'll see if you guys can find the Hydra.
And as soon as we can, I would like to devise like an ambush plan with like the bunnies discussing that shit.
Well, right now everybody's searching for it, so everybody go ahead and make a survival check, and I'll do the bunnies.
I got it.
Because that was not enough. Oop. Anybody else?
Hold on.
I'm working on my bombs.
Yeah, you and Jones are busy. You know, I love the fact that D&D Beyond gives me the information from the book, but not the stat blocks for some reason. Like it's like, oh, you have the book, but you can't have the stat block.
Can you not get the stat block?
No, I have the PDF. I'll just pull it up that way. Not the Hydra, something else. But they haven't made it to where you can use a code to unlock shit yet, like they're going to in the future.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you have access to the book, and the book is giving you a creature in the game that you need the stat blocks for, if you look up the creature in D&D Beyond, you should be able to see it.
Not always.
But yeah, so nobody. Unfortunately, the morning passes. The barrel is made, but unfortunately, no one finds the Hydra. The Harrigans all start to meet up for lunch, basically, and they're just kind of like, sometimes this happens. We'll just have to regroup and try again.
There's always next time. Do not worry.
Um, but you guys do have the barrel now. Go ahead and Cyndal, you roll with advantage, and my groups will take another crack at it.
Nice.
Not nice. Aha! That's what I
There
was
we go.
expecting. There we go.
Now your
Oh,
rolls are
nice.
shit.
So, I'm gonna say that Cyndal and Pai Mei head off together. Which is kind of funny because Cyndal was very hesitant and Pai Mei was like, I don't know if this is a good idea, guys. But you guys head off at just a general direction, just feeling the location. You have a Harrigan guide with you. I'll say it's Agdon. So you guys don't really have to deal with a lot of like the natural issues of the area wandering around by yourself. He leads you away from some will-o'-the-wisps, and he ignores like a couple of swamp visions, literally walking through them. One of the ones, Pai Mei, you do see it shows a small pumpkin-headed creature with claws sitting on like a dock. Looks very odd, but like Agon just walks right through it. Like he's like, don't mind that. Sometimes it just happens. Something to do with the gases.
Okay.
And at a certain point, you guys start to see Agon's ears shift. And he's starting to get a little worried, and you guys feel it, the vibration, the tremor that you felt the first day when you landed in the hither. You're on the trail. You can feel it. Agon looks at you guys and goes, one of us needs to go back and tell the others. My vote is the pixie, Cyndal. I think you're the safest. You can fly high and straight and head back for the stump.
Okay, leave it to me. Starting off.
Pai Mei, let's go. And he starts heading deeper into the swamp.
I take a
Do you
big
follow?
old swig and I follow.
All right. Go ahead and make a con save. All right.
Hoorah.
You're starting to feel it. Starting to feel it. The
I'm
drinking
gonna
last
go
night.
out going out drunk.
Kind of like the drinking last night's catching up to you, kind of thing. But you take the swig and you're just like, oh, okay. You
Here
all
we
are
go.
preparing as Cyndal flies back to the stump. What do you do, Cyndal?
Oh, did I make it back already?
Yep.
Yeah, I just gather everybody up.
Okay, I can hear you guys, but I am taking my trash out.
Alright.
I think it's almost time to call it because it's about midnight.
Well, that's actually what I was going to do. I was going to narrate getting to the Hydra so we could start there.
All right.
So the bands gather up. You watch as some of the bunnies pull out boats and skiffs and start to like navigate, kind of getting Cyndal's information and kind of getting a feel for the direction you need to go, and they start making plans. You guys watch as these previously very loose and very joking like creatures now have become all business. Like they've hunted this thing for quite a while, and they take it very seriously. But moving quickly along the skiffs, along the water pathways, they know you guys are going to catch up to Pai Mei and Agdon as they are crouched next to a large clearing of sunken woods and trees and things like that. And Agon looks over and goes, "It's there, about 250 yards. It looks like it's sleeping, but it did have time to grow more seekers. So, same plan as always, boys." And he looks at you guys and like, what are you gonna do?
At all of us, right?
Yep.
We are going to kill this thing.
I mean, do you guys want
Revenge.
to spread out? Do you want to do you want to like wait and like flank it or anything like that? Or do we want to leave this for discussion later?
I suppose we should leave it for later. Everybody's like, go.
Mhm.
All right,
About
so
what they say.
we're gonna call it there, and thank you all for playing. And I guess the next time we're gonna kill a fucking Hydra.
Hells
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you for the bunny puss. It was very nice.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this is definitely off book, and I'm all for it. So
You were for the bunny puss. It was.
A bush.
you guys are hunting a Hydra with the Harrigan Brigands, and I can tell you right now that has never happened in Wild Beyond the Witchlight. So
Now
thank
that's
you
some
all, and
proper pussy.
Mhm.
huh?
I said, now that's some proper pussy.
And we'll see if maybe these characters end up dying, and I murder you all. Thanks for playing. Good night.
Yay! Night.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Have a good night, guys.
You
Good
too.
night.